them the second day. Hello. Shibai. Lọ́lọ́yà gan mi sọ fún wọn pé báyìí wọn lọ gbọ́dọ̀ pé èmi ò lè lọ́la ẹ bá mi lọ. Ẹ lọ represent mi bẹ́ẹ̀ pé mo rí invitation wọn. And it's too close. On the 5, they send the 7th to the neighbor. I will be available. So back to what we are going to any other country, which is a lawyer with me face on about you. So they don't know. And for anybody like it's okay, me near you. They were expecting me even on that 7th. On Kerari, and the boy, I find out about that. One share Jojo. Amatomu celebrity or Amatomu favorite one. Let me tell you of a share. The reason why he was able to continue that nonsense is because some set of people don't care about why justice or indulge on low. And you can see the world until face resolution. They were using it and they encouraged them. To send to this say we are not already back on. But only problem any Lorida. If you claim you're fighting for justice, why would you want? Because once you do you fake it, once you spread information, we are I'm to be. So see, and they waited for me. I want it. She be at the only one. So when you continue to be on Molete, and I believe you can go on Molete. Sky Lulu. So Lulu has a panado for me. Me face me in London, me to UK. I just watch you with you on Tom Shayo. You need you. Well, between London, but that I know I don't know what God has in stock. Because I realize just move, run it. I do my jaso. As I as I July. And at the end of the day, from London, I found myself in Canada. I spent about 2 weeks in Canada and thereabout. I went to US. I'm back in Canada. And, there are some first-class countries in the world. When they hear your story, when they see what is going on, they will know you need help. And they will be the ones to offer to help you and give you the kind of protection you need. Asylum is human rights. It's protection against where they are persecuting you. And that's another huge thing. It's going to get the justice, it's going to get it the right way. So I might shock anybody. We're going to finish up and then justice will be served. It's a big sacrifice. But so that is how God works in a way we don't understand. Èèyàn láti máa kún fàdúrà. Tó bá jẹ́ pé mo ń ṣe bí àbí mo ń tan public àbí mo mú owó tí ò ń ṣe tèmi àbí bí mo ń parọ́ gbogbo pọ́n ṣe ń parọ́ owó pọ́n parọ́ ẹ̀ mọ́tò mi. Àwọn nǹkan táwọn pípé yẹn ti sà ní nǹkan kò ń ṣe kiri mi. Kò ń ṣe kiri mi. Ohun tí bàbá Mohbad yẹn ti sà sí mi olólọ́wájú yẹn. Èyí tí ìyá Mohbad ti sà sí mi olólọ́wájú yẹn. Èyí tí kí n gbá jẹ ti sà lọ́lọ́ ká má ti wá sọ Wùnmí ká má sọ wèrè actress tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ẹ mọ ibi tó ti jọ wọ̀. Ká má ti wá sọ àwọn wèrè tó yẹ pé gbọ̀rọ̀gùn tó wà lórí social media ká má ti wá sọ èyí dàwọn báyẹn léwu ọmọ nìyẹn náà. Ṣé pé wà ní màá tó ń pawọ́dà pé gbogbo Yomi ìṣe We're trying to get truth. And you can't do it. We are doing it. And let me be a guy. A call and do that. Oh, crime is looking accessible. Crime is looking available. And that is where you will know that this country, Nigeria, still need a lot of help. If you are raised or you have a kind of education, and a Nigerian like yourself, despite how terrible, how risky it is to even lend your voice, for somebody that needs a voice, and how terrible it is to say, I want to stand up, I want to give voice to the voiceless. And more than one person to the talent again. To one justice for bad to give you a daddy. I had the justice for my that's no. To bow to get or a curriculum. To get money number no. To get one of us Mubadi by only the way of Meji Jadi. In fact, our Tom Basso to one see me I will end justice for that. But we still live in a society whereby you still find a way to let you think that attacking somebody like us is the identity we have as a nation. Then why would you want anyone to sacrifice themselves or whatever they have for the cause of humanity again? And now I thought the date of the book on Lenko, if we come as Salo Bungo, I will go out there collectively. We come about our name. From the word go, Fabiyi move number CCTV enable or mobile only and in charge of the central CCTV, which you prefer in the Mosagadi. Presidency, directing presidency, harmonize and prosecute. No Mosagadi. Oh no, Ogaga Pasagadi. The OC homicide, the head of the team, the Panty, don't talk consider it. Yet, want to grant Yomi and shout you. One threat in neighbor Mubadi won't be addressed. Plate number in the town of Manchester. What concern is a lady, one name Mubara shots. And we insult in the course of all of this. Monjolo Atodro, Tio Yera. Is she able to continue the justice she's fighting for? No. Shewa will panty to gallivant the power to pan no more. She told her she will believe it bad drew at any point. Killer Bumashele. Could you also say the deal of a family no more? Habit won't do me. How do I survive it? So Timara Yera, here are going to go over travel looking. Maybe she could go. Although you and meet your mommy, I be too follow me till she found me. Or possible come out, Muroto Pine. Okay, she be 2023, 2000, and you look like it's when she got to she calls on the battle. The same was more travel like she traveled 2.5, 3 years ago. See me tell my conscience and make it TikTok. Absolutely nothing. The street is being bottled up. In your country, man to answer by just about it more. Tell me that we want to TikTok more. I was thinking it's Facebook. Only lady Shamu guy. I've been in the bed. Why you could you go with you bring down anybody? Because most of us got the Ari. That's just on social media. But the moment the client called, come to TikTok and join your people. Yes, they are my people. And there isn't that to serve anybody. I believe I believe money, temperament. Lately, endure with your tongue at woman who. About your power, your woman who. Which most of them are deliberate. the entitlement, the excessive competition, and the fact that people are seeing me as threats and people are becoming double-edged. If not in a normal Nigerians, I need to move ridiculing me is even if I'm in level, I'm okay. I'm not but it got so worse that people were like, hey, I thought I came here for money. So when I keep looking at I'm not here for money. You said you want to support the cost of your ship. If you volunteer around me, move engage service NGO me. Minimum yonda. I want to come in and salvage the situation. So people didn't value it. And they didn't know that they were the ones that are supposed to preserve and protect me. So most of our people protecting me, they keep throwing me under the bus. They keep allowing everybody to tongue lash and insult me. Even at the movie, I can only be here. So we are already taking the right step. Could make any sense? If the case is domiciled in Lagos, it's easier for them to start manipulating. But in Abuja, you don't come over until the presidency will be. And to now go and meet the judge and say, yeah, Dano, about for Moshi, we must approach whatever we are doing now. I would have more like that is supposed to affect Dano. Or we suppose there is always plan B, and I won't discuss that. Could you come more plan A go to I funding the hour? But I'm a court, I'm actually but I'll be open court. On actually successful, actually really achieve. Even time with Africa come more, I'll go to the application will achieve. If I have my way, judgment is not about later. The order has been given. And by judgment, don't hang back on. If I go to the competition, you continue NGO, I want to teach. On a good day, I tell the calling key. She bears a point. She key very that fine. So little it was she. It was studio, but small boy only call no studio. Go out and come. So when the police come around, they would have to push everything. Not because we eating on the father, but by any one cocoa. To just be cocota to see you. To what he get who you are. So by the Lumba, because he might not be able to speak directly. Or if it is an order of the court, don't do any color passion. Or at least we are safe now. Anytime why justice could see or war. I don't think they're in the court. Okay, I'm supposed to say, I will wait, but there's another question. I'll consent of our not so far as the bike is or about to fall lying you. If you allow them again to make a mess of it, I'm not going to be on you. And any of you, about shady cocoa, then no, she might feel any cocoa because Etu and Koyaka Deo Tomato court with the intervention of the presidency. By now, we should be almost in the middle of the case because the trial is malo. But get the effort of the president. Presidency is what case they found their way to say, how can we raise fund? And they were deceiving the public. I want no competition. I want shikinikom. And find some members of the public were asking them, show us a single evidence. If you will realize eventually that there is that connect, you'll be surprised at the end of the day when the judgment the truth will eventually come out. I'm telling you, but I know certainly they are prison bound. Cover Baba Mbadi Resi, cover Omowummi Resi, cut as a label. Because why it test the prison channel? Darusha Kuliyi. I have because there was a way now. I wish you could do be only. About a labor to him. Yeah, we'll find him bigger. I just a video tí wọ́n ti ice cream ojú dán yẹn ṣé kò ní bàjẹ́ ẹni tó tọ́ àtúnwá àwọn ọmú kan bí iná ọ̀rọ̀ ṣe àṣọlù ẹ̀ ọ̀tún ẹ̀kẹ́ gbọ́ ilé náà ẹ̀jẹ̀ gbọ́ ilé náà. àwa yìí ẹbí ni mo gbàgbọ́ sí ló fẹ́ fi wá. ìgbàlẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ fi wá yàtọ̀ sí àárọ̀ ẹ̀. ní ìkọ́kọ́ dá lónìí mo ní ẹ̀ẹ́dì sí lóru o ibi kan wọ́n ti wá tó sọ́kẹ̀ wọ́n wá kó síbi. Kí ló dé? Ṣé ṣé àmà àdúgbò yìí? Mo lè ṣe dẹ́kun ṣé àmà tó ti ṣe ìgbé rẹ̀. Bí màá ti fájú ṣe kò sí ṣé àmà sí ìgbé rẹ̀. Mo ti act for some days. Gbogbo state event àti máa yí. Ọdún bá ti lè fọ́ sí ìgbé rẹ̀. Ó tó sọ pé ìlú náà sọ fún fún. Ìlú wa ti rẹ̀ ìgbẹ́ wa lọ́dẹ̀ wa. Wọ́n ti lọ sọ yẹn gbogbo rẹ̀. Wọ́n ti wọ́n ní òru ni bàbá Mohbad fẹ́ sin Mohbad. Mo ń bọ̀ jẹ́ get guinness owó ìgbàlè fún yín. Ìjọ tí mo sọ pé mo fẹ́ fi ìjọ tí wọ́n cut dẹ́ di audio yẹn. Máa kọ̀ play fún yín ní kẹwàá gbọ́. Ìjọ tí mo fẹ́ play kẹrù bóyá mi kẹlẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mo pa pé wọ́n tírèlì àdúrà òye àti King White. Ìjọ yẹn líle. Ṣé ti rí wọn? Ọmọ kan wọ́n rí kọ́dà wọn. Ṣé rí wọn jọ yẹn? Fídíò yẹn ni mo wá fún yín o. Ẹ ti rí wọn jẹ́ tún play padà. Táwọn sàn gbé tọ́ méjì. But the reason why they were gallivanting was because I wasn't around. Lẹ́yìn tó ti mú mi lélẹ́yìí o. The police were there with the pointer. Pointer yẹn ló jẹ́ kó ọlọ́pàá yẹn ló fi ẹ̀ńtẹ̀fẹ́ mú nìyẹn. So when you bought a right, come up right, okay. To pick him up, then the boys report, the co-boys report, on your come. So yeah, if he's zooming away. I ask you, I see very well, I'm going to watch it, right? I ask you, you know, right? You know, Palapala. Funny. She's some in Luciani. I thought you like Johnny. But Marishani, I'll be back. For the yellow day. Ṣé gbọ́ ti ẹ ṣàgbọ́ fídíò mi tí bàbá mi tọ́lọ́ fẹ́ sin kìnìún yẹn lóru. Ṣé kí n tún play abẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n dáadáa ẹ̀ píkì bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa. Ṣé kí n tún play abẹ́ píkì bẹ̀rẹ̀ dáadáa. Ìzòwò yẹn ló ṣe. Video you already now. So guys, just don't forget on the 1st of May, my birthday is coming. So come around, come through for me, okay? Okay, what's it? Only. Yeah, how do you want this clearance? Okay, what is your clearance? Zomo, see, this homolistic. Yeah, this is Ogabala, the senior man. Those are now. Movement. Yes, this. Every day, there is always a sign that they're after my life. That is Zomo. Who is the top person? That girl for that. And you know some of these guys, they are into cultism and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Cultier, we don't buy for one. So, you won't know. Blend down, you know, if you blend you. So, really, yeah, how do you want this clearance? How do you want this clearance? As you can see, this is homolistic. Yeah, this is Ogabala, the senior man. Those are now movement. Yes, this is Ogabala. So, and this was the same guy. If you check the video, see, I have a video here. But one fellow saying Okumobad. Na sniper. So when you got our family Adura, our Yabobad is away, you know, but who sent the guy? Hey, you understand? Well, the other Asarailu, whatever it is they've done. So when they were going to be guy in prophecy of Kumubad, he was wearing woody. Omowummi bo. And the woman that was holding Wumi, protecting her with the Ashofufumu. The reason why she was able to come there, she needs to play that part, that role spiritually. Because Ati Wumi, Ati Baba, Ati Blessing, they were on the same page. Adura, if you go and check, most likely you didn't even come close to, because it's symbolic. But I'm going to say, they go and play last respect. He also has a hand in what killed Bobad. But of course, the presence of this Zomo is very crucial. They might not be able to throw the video out. They might not see the daylight, but it will still be used at some point. If it's about frustrate, I want to video, hello. Very close to election, if nothing is done, it might come out. I'm not in charge. But the last myself, it may call the back by Banita. It may call most of videos it out. ọgbọ́n tẹ̀sí ń jẹ́ tọ́lọ́run ọlọ́run tẹ̀sí ń mọ bó ṣe ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tó bá yé dáadáa ní ẹ̀yin gbogbo náà ṣe ń tò wọn lè wá sọ́dọ̀ mi mo dẹ̀ ti sọ I'm giving that caveat now gbogbo wọn mọ ohun tí wọ́n ṣe they know what they did they know what transpired in the house the police know tó bá di pé nǹkan ẹ wá padà bọ́ta òótọ́ yẹn ni wọ́n mọ̀ tó fi ní kọ́ńtẹ̀tì yà lọ gbé kéèsì ẹ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ and sort it once and for all even Wunmi yẹn gan mọ̀ pé èyí tó ń lò sí extra time ló ń lò the case is going to go to court even when the former IG was still there wọ́n ti jẹ́ kó yẹ pé on by time because the only prayer àti máa pray ni pé kí IG wà bẹ́ẹ̀ títí di ìgbà tó máa fi ṣẹlẹ́ṣọ́ náà wà parí ẹ̀ they talked with him at the ends of affairs wọ́n ti jẹ lọ ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n gallivant jù báyìí lọ but the pressure was very much then on each choice àwọn táyà náà sọ ẹ̀ zòmó yìí wọ́n sì wá kiri Darusha a sì ń wá DJ Bami à ń wá so for whatever it is there is a strong reason why Adura refused to mention Zomo's name in the press conference to make people see conduct. Even I so I don't know, and that's why we pursued and ensure that any keta must say. So when people were saying, Yomi, you can't do a sorrow, keep a one penny. Bóyá ó ṣe lẹ́yìn àwọn méjì tó ń takò mí Arífáyà àti Mama T ẹnìkan ló ṣàṣe tánà dìtì ìwọ̀n pé ẹlẹ́bọ̀tọ̀ ni wọ́n gbà ẹ̀. I was facing crisis. Could me expect gbogbo ẹni tá expect enjoy it was maybe Baba Mohbad. When I wanted to write Joseph Aloba, kìíní ẹ̀ kọ́ sọ pé no, change it to Aloba family. When God is directing your path, Basha Gideon, to pray that because you will no be wrong. It mean no, it be to fail law, it be to fail Joko, it be to Masumbi, Lombi, in Koyaton direct here, Obama share, and the Tobacco Shagirita and the Tola by the people in the airport, and the moon so okay, all that people were blocking it. Tomorrow, I could call it on them. I could put your hot to quote and look along the yellow way. When you was married, tell you back when she bought a banana, immediately about Babylon Power. You meet along words in Tennessee. Time was it to you. So go down, braces along low more at the tear for you. Some of those she never got to, and we use it low, what's the test I get it. Talk of flash one, you could you won't survive the next time. You know, when you do your Isha, you lose your career to Kuruto Keta, Sky. Nígbà tí ogun ayé máa yọ sí ẹ̀yin tó máa bá wa kẹ́dùn pé ọlọ́run ilé ti pọ̀ jù àwọn dàbí Gbẹ́ngà Adébóyè Ìkìlérè olúwa ilé yóò wá pọ̀ jù ìgbà tó yẹ ọlọ́run when the repercussions start coming wo àwọn tó sáré tí wọ́n sáré ṣe ẹ̀sìn lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí tẹ́lẹ̀ yàwọn bọ́tà wọ́n ní sign ní pàṣíṣe prayer yẹn ó rí pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́wà létí etílé ẹ̀kọ́kọ́ gba wọ́n ní ẹ̀yẹra yín kúrò ẹ̀yẹrí yóò kó bọ̀ tẹ́yẹ̀ bá tètè yẹrí nǹkan máa bà yín ẹ̀ẹ̀kọ́ fúra ní ẹ̀rí pé kìíní yẹn mú ogun ọba pọ̀ ó sáré expose wọn àwọn sáré ṣẹlẹ́yà ìtọ́ sáré wọ́n wọ̀kú èmi tó sáré tẹ́nu ẹ̀ wọ̀wù so ìwọ náà ẹlẹ́bọ́ tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ẹ̀ wá rí pé àṣekò sẹ́ni tó máa ti ẹ̀lò díẹ̀ tó ní bá gbé àṣé wọn jámù kankan àṣírí wọn ò tún ní nígbà tó lórí evidence gan jókòó síbi kan pẹ̀lẹ́ lómi and that's to tell you that kò sẹ́ni tọ́lọ́hún ò lè mú ẹni tọ́lọ́hún ò lè mú ọlọ́hún ti dà. They taught by, luring Moduloluwa in, arresting our voice restored. Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pa fẹ́ lọ kọ́ọ̀tù ni? Ṣèbí prayer lọ́rùn bàbá ṣe. Àdúrà kàmáṣe àdúrà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ ń sáré ẹ̀ káwọn fẹ́ block. Ìgbà náà máa báyìí pé kí ni gbogbo wàhálà táwa kó àwa sí báyìí. Even ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó wá fún yín láti rí kan lédè. Pẹ̀lú court case tó lọ yìí, I'm even miles ahead again. The more in this meet, but we to leave to cost law. See me, see very well is over. So Kelly Mokwe until call on for let me go on Lafia. A bit more call lot more in Canada. What you see Mokwe, general privacy in Chicago. You don't know what I'm suffering. Multiple lapaja. All I pay, build allow me to fight and stay alone. Me, no more me, anybody. That's my gym, my bicycle, or getting I stroll out the book. Can she breath walk? Pada, well, long. But when you do and local, you mean, come up with more. Let's go on, okay. Last October 2025. Mojo come here, you don't know what you are getting. When you have answers of who's of consola, so me, I you what walk on the man's security. My job, we are very long. So, Simbe, and will is a book. So, see, almost if I fully see what you want, I'm referring to here. My life will let you go along. But it's sign to me, it's a sign that Mohbad is going to get justice. I want you to follow Jackie, okay, hello, Paro. Hey, hello, so we are meal. You don't know, because you got to get presidency. Eh, she bá mi pè wọ́n sí pé ṣé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ federal high court náà wọ́n sí. Ẹ kọ̀ wọ́n sí. Ṣé o pé they took their time to lie kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ presidency kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kíní kan. So bá ṣe pé bóyá àti kádàrà pé ká bọ́tà if people were supporting and donating voluntarily to the NGO ká máa fi ṣe billboard ká máa fi ṣe tó máa kọ̀ lájọ court yẹn wọn ò ní gbọ́ àti gba ọ́dà gan. Ìjọ court lọ́kọ̀ wá rí gbèrè ìjọ náà máa ṣe fìlẹ̀ nobody would know ebi kéèyàn kan máa wọ̀ bọ́tà àmà ẹtí ò jẹ́ àmà threatening and when they do things like that because àwọn tó máa ń bí lárí ọmọdé àyẹ̀ni gbogbo ọpọlọ jìbìtì ọpọlọ olè wọ́n ṣe lè bypass the system lọ́mọ̀ tọ́ba ní ṣùwèrè ti jẹ pọ́ǹkì ó ti jòfin òfin tábà gbogbo ẹ̀ yorógbó ẹ máa yorógbó wọn gírọ́bà ó máa fi tábà sí lọ́rọ̀lẹ́ ẹ wo bí mi yẹn ṣe máa fẹ̀ àwa brown àwa jóná lọ́kọ̀ tó bá rùn ún bá lásán àyè gbogbo ẹ̀ àwa jóná ẹ mọ̀ ọ́ àwọn yẹn àwọn bọ̀dà mangoes. Aláì imú ṣọ̀gbọ́n ní imú lárí ọmọdé àì ẹni kó náà tí wọ́n lọ ẹ wo iye ogun dé ọ́fíìsì ó gba àwọn tó ti wọ́n dànù gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lọ ń tà nǹkan mọ́ra o lárí ọmọdé àì ó ṣe vóònù oògùn. So and when you look at it, you will see that it's not just fighting for who killed Mohbad. The foot soldiers and online warriors and online keypad warriors that have set on the road. Case Mohbad is simple. I want to finance don't show booking one it whatever. Oh, she could be another she lẹ́yìn àwọn ọba àti fọ́mà kìnìkan tó lọ báyẹn tọkọ lẹ́nu fẹ́ bùyítà tọrọ dé wọn lè dé bẹ́ẹ̀ but they use the influence and the power tó ń lò pẹ̀lú bàbá ọmọ yẹn àtàwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ to suppress everything. So they want to know what is the next step. So if they had forced us to push the case to Lagos, but if I try to tell you, I don't want to make but of being later. We have to call some of them memo. The Maria was she even got court case. You go and make maybe only 2 or 3 persons. No, my own, but my face line. But so far so good. So far so good. But in the I guess, like I said to you guys, murder case has no statute of limitation. Okay, close it. Close it. Man, it takes a very strong collective decision by the police force to say, as we speak now, we are good to go. And most times, bóyá wọ́n wà kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n ti náwó lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n ti waste time lórí ẹ̀ gan and it will take many years before they say this case is closed. tó bá tún wá rí nǹkan míì wọ́n máa tún ṣí padà but for now case Mohbad lanu lẹ̀ báyìí Omowummi yẹn sì she's on bail ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ nǹkan tí wọ́n mú fún pé ọlá pé torí pọ́fẹ́sì ara ẹ̀rìn lọ ni ká ní gbígbà tá a lọ story matter end ti pẹ́ but to buy time and I don't know whether she bought her way I don't know mo ṣe òkú jẹ́ ń lọ bí gbàtí ọ̀wọ́ Nazareth Jésù wọ Jerusalem àbúrò àwọn spending yẹn it's going to be Opopo. He also know what they all did. They know what they did. And for Kabale, justice is coming. Nobody is going to get justice. So we will get there. Justice will come. But I call careful this particular time. Careful of those people that will come up and because you can't go further and deceive. I want to call now. She case here. You're catching machine by now. Abi, go to the one she because now I say I can't see tomorrow. I might be okay. I might that or she to see a lot of she go. So now the question you ask yourself is, I want to follow this or what about yellow? I want to follow this. I want to for platform one to fi gbé wọn lárugẹ. I want to ba wọn tá ṣe jẹ. Nígbà tó suffocate mi tí mi ro mo lọ yáwó. Ìjọ mo ṣe pariwo yẹn sí sọkọ. Nti mi ro ṣe dùn pé ẹlẹ́dàá bí wọ́n gbé mi ní wọ́n ní fi owó mi ṣe kúṣe. Wọ́n dá owó yẹn padà. Mo lọ fi ṣe mo ṣe secretary Mohbad tá ṣe l'Abuja yẹn. Okay. So, I don't know if because we were supposed to do the second anniversary. But it's a solo protest now. Approval of Commissioner of Police in Lagos, FCT. We do some now. Only few people supported. But I wasn't dismayed. We spent the money. What have you shared? The second anniversary, we sit in the carbon. Share us autonomy. Between our missing our long war. And we're doing fine. But I don't know my chicken way. So instead of being in one prison or one Canada, ever be going over to be. I shall allow one. November 7, you were in Saturday, Alabo, Oloni, Alase, you were in Heathrow Airport. I was in London, I got on to be like a saying, Jamal. I don't know, I do good different and me give alone, and Allah Wagba, and Allah Wagba, and tell about free every Juba alone. Okay, God, they won't party. It will be unparable going into the Kalaja. I am better in Jamaica. I do what I put. Again, what will you concede for zombie? If you borrow, you know, so cotton. Oh, come on, with a matam. And the silent enterprise come and become my ban here. I'm my little Allah. And Jamaica. It will be. Because you were the body to ban to camera, read a pay. Elomi, a covery. Oh, you go along to be. Irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ arábìnrin kan tá ń porúkọ rẹ̀ ní kíní kan alájà ajá náà ló bù jẹ ajá ó gédọ rẹ̀ jẹ ni. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́ bá bó ti jẹ́ pé ó ti pẹ́ tẹ́tí ń sọ pé rọ́lá ń pa pé wọn kì í gbégbèsè láti fẹ́ dẹ́mi wá légbodò nígbà tó yẹ wá fi hàn yín. Ó ní jẹ́ pé kò ń ṣe Yomi ló padà wá sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́ báyìí wọ́n ní bí Yomi bá wu alágbọ̀n Wọ́n ní mi ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn jáde mọ́. Hey! Aláwàgbà. Wọ́n ti dókò di olúwa ẹ̀ lálágbọ́. Hey! Ayé mi o. Àwọn àlùwò sí mi ń dì. Olúwa abẹ́rẹ́ sí rí nígbà tí wúrẹ́ ń yàgbẹ́. Wọ́lọ́wọ́ aláwàgbà anákùnmùlá. Hey! Àfáàwà Jùbílì Expander. Abẹ́rẹ́ ojú ayé. Wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọba ìkẹ́. Tí ọ̀sẹ̀ gbogbo Yorùbá rẹ̀ ó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ nínú Kirikiri. Torí wọ́n máa gbé wà wá nọṣẹ́ yẹn pé gbogbo wa ní kẹjẹ́ ká lọ tákù Yomi yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n lè ní ẹtí òun àti Wùmí lẹ̀ ó yà Wùmí àfúyín láyè. Kọ́yọ̀ síta fún Yomi tí ó bá ti gbà ká mọ̀ pé ó lágídí nù sọ́sàn. Yóò bá bú ọyàn síta fún mi pé kódà Yomi ilé ìwò. Ìwà ni ṣé ohun tí mo bá lè ń jẹ rèé kó tó jáde láyé olùwà ló fẹ́ gbélé mi lọ́wọ́ pé kí n máa jẹ pé ẹ mọyàn àbí kẹ ló ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹjọ́ tó bá jẹ yẹn ẹ bá mi mú kan ní méjèèjì tó bá ṣí ọyàn sí mi káì tó ní ẹ mọyàn kẹ gbá kámú kẹ gbójú kúrò nínú justice àbí kẹ ló ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹjọ́ ìwọ ni kí n mú nínú méjèèjì tó bá jẹ pé mo wù alágbọ̀ èwo ni ló yẹ kí n mú ẹjọ́ ìwé èèyàn wò ṣé ọyàn ni kí n mú ní àbí kí n mú ẹ̀wọ̀n. Kimayo. So Kimalo, will be so I make him not share of who bad way. Aluta, justice over bad, justice over bad, justice over bad. You got to learn about the book, and this say, and you feel on yourself. Ani mi ò gbàṣẹ àwọn aṣáálú ẹ sínú ó ti sọ pé ògbà ni ẹ kò sú ara fẹ́ jẹ́ àní ìlú ó kọ̀ padà lọ báyìí ọdún yẹn gbé lọ kóòtù olùwà dìbò àwọn olùkọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ńlá la ọyàn tí wọ́n lọ ó yẹ gbọ́yàn ìwà mo ti rán ó ti létí àdá ọlọ́wájà ló pàǹpẹ́ ayé aláì ogun ipò ọ̀kadùpẹ́ lọ́ọ̀lọ́run. I'm going to get there. It's always very good. Orúkọ tí o bá ti ṣe tiẹ̀ táyé bá pè ẹ́. You still have opportunity to, retrace your step and let them know that's not your name. Not that I'm having a fine rosy where I am now, but I'm here against my will, against my choice. If left to me, I'll be in Nigeria at the moment. But I'm going to cut it out. Mark or ULA is offering him. But my intention is that while it's moving for Nigeria. My intention is that I will start moving from London to Canada to America, London, Títí máa fi buy time, I will padà sí Nigeria. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹni tó ń lọ káàkiri bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọ́kàn ìbalẹ̀. Ọkàn yóò balẹ̀ náà. The reason why I want to be going like that is that I want to go back again and finish what I started. But those moving around will be coming with a lot of stress. Mama play game, Mama Jojo, Feju, album, just because I want to be moving around, then go back and round it up. So you want case in Abuja. I can tell you for free. Me, if you know case Mubadi, they only want to scare the petitioner away. So the presidency will be Masarika. Time to only that presidency lam then to give directive. If there is a strong protest or there is the strong evidence, not that's on the social media. But presidency is in Canton, to see who come back in between. check the rest. So, could see anybody talk about arrest. Listen, I'll talk to arrest. Arrest one good man law. What is on sharing David Ojuami in case Toro about you will she fed you at a little time you could be in court. And that's the truth most of England. So that is why they are fighting not anyone but the coup. Because if the moment we come together again and there is a strong force and a strong protest, it just about any last one and we don't know and without evidence, we want to protest, storm anywhere without notifying anybody. About blocking anything. A week, 2 weeks to election, was from Abula, Setil and Quran, playing Pusari. All I need is just maybe 50 foot soldiers who block anywhere and it starts again. I want to get you can see your government does not listen to you. So we go on then when we go face it because the government cannot, they won't even want to try it for 2 days. Any strong protest, 2 weeks to election. 2 weeks to election, release, kilo shele. Because if you come and strike, you go on, they are not saying, I will protest the bill. They will just put our rebels to the border that the face of the other power of the garden. Share a gun, share a video to one time. So, Buhari is going to still going to get justice. I want to come and Paris here, but Laris can go 1 or 2 persons. Even going to let them announce, so the government can never be on their side. Government is one let it be. They are doing everything so that no protest will come. Because I want to calculate it. 2-3 persons with them on the other side, and they can put the job out of the case will go down. Okay? So, whatever the case may be, me shabusi no, me shabusi no bad, me back again. When they say, see, we don't have a problem. Oh, this is where the bad voice will be on paro. I bet it will be come blood. You see, the only weapon they keep using is they were using before is money. And they were lemon. So they couldn't come up and say, bullet to court. Oh, family, oh, Niperi. You bullet to get the lawyers to institute case. Nobody was asking. Because if we have to come out and ask, and then they don't want to know. Emotions of anybody. Elevator for you, let's go when you so come. You need lots of package for anybody. That's why I call people that even did. I want to shake on while TikTok because as on my fans want to share the TikTok. So my guys about to get a police. Let him ask what. So whatever the case may be, let's keep fighting together. You know them now. Boy, I actually wanted to. You don't clear she won't. I actually want to look back on Eddie. I want to know they still believe in the cause of justice over the issue. But justice is I find it easy to para. If you don't keep distance away from them and you still continue to indulge them in this struggle, and you're in shame, and you're in. But I have my way of distancing myself from people like you anyway. So kudos to those that came through and have supported so far. So we are working on it. 30th of April, in the next 8 days, please let us engage in that online protest. We are very, very crucial. Please, Nigerians, let's come together, engage. And any platform you can always do a giveaway. Okay, platform you. I think I found a giveaway during Instagram and Twitter. Then addition to TikTok. I post our images by. I will start posting the images. Hashtag, tag the IG, tag the Nigerian police, tag, if possible, tag the chief of staff at Baja, Femi Baja 1. Tag the government and let them know. If possible, I don't think Ribado has got, but we have the NCC. They have a handle. Let's tag them and let them know that we are already building up. And they will know that definitely something is coming. How am I Shitualo? I will be supporting and ensuring and proving to the government that they were allowed. So the right thing is to do is pick them up. Kó wọn lọ court. Omi ò bá lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kó lọ PM lọ kọjọ́. Gbogbo àdúrà tó lọ tẹ̀lé náà ń jó yẹn. Ìyàbá lè ń jó ti oúnjó tarẹ̀, oúnjó ti àdúrà àti dàrúṣà mọ́. Ó ṣe Omi ló máa ti ọmọ ọ̀tọ́jà ṣe. Ibi lọ́wọ́ lè dìbò ìgan. Tó wá jẹ́ pé ògùn ló fẹ́ ṣe lẹ́bù. Ó máa fóògùn láyé ẹ̀ ní blọọkì ẹ̀. Ó sì fi ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì bójú tó pẹ́ náà lọ ń tọ́pọ̀ sórí nǹkan ní kọ̀ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. Àní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lẹ́wà. Gbogbo. So, once again, I'm inviting you to my birthday on the 1st of May. That is a day after the social media protest. Support and love. Make me happy. And I know you guys are going to come through for me. So, I might be squaring up with some people. It's going to be birthday, game stuff with anybody. Just come up, play game. I will just be dancing and stuff like that. I might just be dancing on my own. Anyone, whatever you guys want. But we are making substantial progress. And 4th of May is another day we are going to be having. It's a court case, so it doesn't mean that the police are not yielding. I trust on the Inspector General of Police, IGP Tunji Disu. So, but don't forget that when it comes to court matter, when all the judgments and the order of the court gets to them with the originating summon, the legal department will receive it, and then the head of that legal department will have to go to the commissioner and the Inspector General of Police. Said we have a case. Also sued court to IG. And then Nigerian Police Force has been sued to court. So similarly, another representative. Then they will sit down. I do so and go kilo shele case will delay. And or mobile no kilo shele by kilo shele next side also. So don't think that they're not working. I don't think that the police will come and start showing that they are enemy of the people at this stage. No. They would have to deliberate on it. Look, I will block you are. Even now, I got see on she balabala case is going to make the because they have to strategize and say, we are not going to go to court and start embarrassing the police and until it makes sense. So, if you have means, if you are a justice fighter, you're in Abuja, or you want to go to Abuja that time, please feel free. You can go and represent justice for mobile movements. Just be orderly, be civil, just apply decorum. Go into the court. It's Justice Omotosha's court. So if you get to Federal High Court, ask for the Justice Omotosha's court. They will point to you. I think court 7 or thereabouts. Feel free to enter into the court. Ensure that your phone is on silent. Phone of hearing, you call to only confiscate the phone in you. Lawyer Kabiru Bola Bilogo. I love the so group 1 deal. Lawyer Mumi. Ever me advise lawyer Mumi, lawyer Akibolu, Kabiru Akibolu, Oniso ya. I also padajo justice in Lalile, you go shout justice in the grave. Oh, Yembe, DNA don't face it, go face you. I love Bell. I couldn't want to court you, lawyer only do. Charge and be lawyer Kabiru Akibolu, charge and be lawyer. Joku Esibito Wagalwani, I go to live, I went to Abuja. Oh, Kuyala Abuja, you. Thomas, you need to remember software. tó máa sí lọ sẹ́wọ̀n a máa sọ fún ẹ kò tí tó táìmù ẹ jẹ́ kó ní yí pèsè àwọn ẹ jẹ́ kó ṣe kéèsì lọ kó ṣe láṣẹ yìí wọn lọ máa ya sọ padà jọ èso burúkú wa dìbò bọ lọ́yà yẹn lọ́yà Kígbolú Kàdúrà Kígbolú èso burúkú àwọn sọ adẹ́tẹ̀ olùkọ́ni jọ́ọ̀jì bàbá bínú sáwọn justice fighter lọ́yà tébù jókòó síbi tó wà àwọn tí ń pè é o ìjọba máa pè é tó máa mú òdò àdẹ́jọ́ ẹjọ́ lọ́bẹ̀ lágídí lọ so àbọ̀rọ̀ lásán ọmọlúwàbí o gbàgbé máa tún ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣe lẹ́dẹ̀ nípa kan sí àwọn àtúgbò àwọn sókè prime boy èèyàn òmí náà ni prime boy ṣé wàá bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ́ bishop alpha èèyàn òmí náà ni prime boy èèyàn òmí bá o èèyàn òmí kẹ̀ lọ́lọ́ máa mọ̀ wá tó bá lọ sí Àbújá ṣé wàá lọ dúró ọba lọ represent ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ prime boy. Ìbá sọ́ngbà yẹn náà asọ́ngbà yẹn náà ṣó ti time ti tó ni. On the 4th day. On the 4th. On the 4th of next month. We don't mind. Tó bá fẹ́ lọ is good. Ó yá ẹgbẹ́ mi débẹ̀ báyìí máa lọ. Ṣé ọ̀pá gbé aṣọ ní kẹ̀kẹ́ tí ó bẹ̀? Guys, do you support Abi? It's a good thing. Yes, I represent Mohbad because Abi kill a few guys. Let's talk about it. Guys, come on, let's talk about it. Me, I support Prime Boy going to represent. At least he's a star and he's a force to reckon with in this struggle. If you support Prime Boy, just say yes in the comment section. Let's see if we're going to have about 10 to 20 yeses. If you support Prime Boy going, thank you, Victor James. In as much as Prime Boy about to say, I need the yes or no anybody, so he has to be there. Because ordinarily he should volunteer himself, and now he's doing that, so he's capable. Let me give you a round of applause. For him to have said over to year, so it's capital yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Olore, if you are doing Mohbad, you know, fine, you've lost Mohbad. Or gidi lọ́nà máa pèsè fún ẹ. O wà ní ṣí ọ̀rẹ́, o ní ṣí ọ̀tá, o ní fi ọ̀tá ṣọ̀rẹ́ mọ́ o. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ náà, wọn ò ní ṣí ọ̀tá ní ọ̀rẹ́ o. Ò ní ṣí ọ̀rẹ́ ní o. Because you can't argue again. You guys can't be in the swimming pool again. You guys can't sleep on the same bed again. But I don't think I'll let you remember you had with him. So at the end of the day, maybe you will put up a smile, enjoy along the phone, and thank God at least one of my friends could show up. Already childhood friend me one there. So and that's enough. Even as a matter of fact, anyway, I don't contact Judge Billy, but well, is there any friend or family here? Can you come? And then he said, I'm a childhood friend, so you could still be off. Trust me, it could happen. You understand? So, okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Well, if so guys, if you know you're going or about Abuja, I don't think we need to move people from Lagos to that stuff. Just walk into the courts. And also, of course, Jojo, as a normal Nigerian, it's your right to be in the courtroom. And if you have any of the souvenir, we get t-shirts here, not even walk, please sell it, you can just walk and sit down inside the courtroom. Nobody's going to stop you from no panty at all, so social media. Nobody will disturb you inside the court of law to enter into any courtroom. And we're not having any protests inside the court. So am I actually deceiving? Whatever protests we're going to be having is online. That is even on the 30th. On the 4th is people, members of the press, at the concerned citizens, fans, friends, and family. So we're going to be there. So I want to see Omowummi. So Prime Boy, I like your be Agbiwao. And you're saying thank you for offering yourself. Kuluwalau for my brother, Lady Olua lover, Elishele you my lover, very soon my lover. She be the lady she be the lady, they don't know till I go through, but she don't tell me who you so. Any people who think I do, any pakalama go do, Elishele you for my kumo. So you know, I'm as the song be from Prime Boy, Owodone himself, Ibrahim Owodone. Prime Boy, do you have anything you want to say too? Prime Boy.
No more. Okay, Mr. Yomi. I'm also better and quite on low.
Yes, sir.
I'm showing to any key point here. I'm showing low. I'm understand. You came and so you won't be right.
I like. Go. I'm going to come, my God. You come with the go with our baby. I mean, we'll be getting. I come out from one necessary. I'm one thing.
Mr. Yomi, but everyone will pay. Yes, no, you know.
One down,
so can't move away from them.
But it's a good thing that you are here to represent. Oh, then that's the height, that's the truth, Mubad.
No, I'm not hiding. No, I understand me. I think I'm cutting about my son. No, my wife. Of course. I hide. But look at them.
Oh no, what you said. But because of what you already did it. On Supreme Justice Warrior, they should investigate this case and you get the police. You're going to be there. Like, I want to see about the investors. Share it in. You're not disturbing anybody. You understand? So, and when it's just that at the end of the day, the boy spirit is still around. He will look at you and pray for you, appreciate you, and say, God, all over the door, it's okay. Only call Mori. Enjoy anything because all I go have a Bible no one out any question. Any question more people you see it. So much very but maybe behind the door they are already planning with those people how they want to truncate it. And that's why we need to make enough noise. But it's not physical protest now. Let's do all we can on social media. Let's engage so that they would have no choice to say that. LB, don't even come and tell me, this is a one, that's it. Oh, let me hear what somebody wants to say. And I will do my job. And the job we do is his job. They will do their job. He will do his job and then we'll fly. Then the next thing is, I will come and talk about them. And show one level. About you, I think I would say, but we are wanted to clear better tell me more. I'll be showing me more.
No, I shall like you know, I will tell you.
I would say for me, but we don't say anything. So,
I'll make you now, make you now, what's rushing one.
I'm going to tell you, I will tell you, Call up Ayama, call us.
I want to one only, I want to one back way.
Only to pay you, expand that. And don't forget that part of the mandate at this level is that even the coroner inquest in Lagos gave the verdict that, of course, police should go back and reinvestigate. But we lost it to Lagos State Police Command, the wounds, part of the crisis time in it. And it will come to four. It's just that if it's anybody, justice for Obad is sacrosanct and germane. And no more hiding place. Possible eventually, calling one issue, and because of cookie, it won't be against us. We have to draw as people. So once again, Prime Boy, I want to say thank you for the time. When you come out to go, probably you want to enjoy for it, but not back or not. All I go to want is the idea or what is the victim.
Exactly.
So only no, Madam Chayo.
On dúpẹ́ náà, Mr. Yomi, kò easy náà, èèyàn náà dúpẹ́ on low náà.
Police only, I give Let's go on a musical break, and when you come back, let's have these frenemies.
Ibrahim, who was declared wanted yesterday. We had this interview with him just before he turns himself into the police.
What? They won't see your effort until you win. Frenemies by Prime Boy. Sonora's voice, talented young man, and of course, a loyal friend. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Espana, you want to say anything before we... I think some people are...
At least just to, energize our people and to appreciate them more for their support from all platforms seeking for justice. We appreciate you all. We are all in it together. It's a teamwork, and we shall win at the end of the day. And like I usually say, we are not an enemy to anybody, to any group, to any section or any, Baba, Omowummi, Adura, we are not their enemy. They are not our enemy as well. All we want, Feki Alaishe, Kujia, the Fekeni, Kuma Yonfanda, Rescue. Tori, Wani, tẹ́ bá rí wèrè tó ti ṣèyàn kan léṣe rí ohun tó má dáadáa ní tẹ́ bá ní kó kàn yín tẹ́yìn ti kọjá lára ẹ̀ tálẹ̀ mọ̀ tẹ́ mọ̀ tó tún máa kọjá lára wèrè yẹn tí wèrè yẹn tún máa ṣá again. So torí ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rí irú wèrè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ tètè report ẹ gbàdá ọwọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n mú lọ síbi tán ti máa tọ́jú sódà kò ní lè ṣẹlòmíì léṣe. So these are the reasons why we are doing what we are doing. I can short anybody. Dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ẹnìkankan jí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ó ṣe. Àwọn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀. Àwọn náà sọ wọ́n wà nílé nígbà tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni yìí kú. Tí wọ́n pa kì í ṣe kó kú. Wọ́n gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ni. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe wá gbẹ̀mí ẹ̀? Àwa kọ́ ni máa rojọ́ fún torí àwa kọ́ níjọba, àwa kọ́ lọ́lọ́pàá. A kàn sọ pé kọ́lọ́pàá ṣèwádìí gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé ní àkókò yẹn níjọ́ yẹn kọ́lọ́pàá kó wọn. Kán wá sọ tẹnu àníkàn lọ tí wọ́n mọ́lé àníkàn fìyà jẹ wọn o. Kán kàn lọ sọ tẹnu wọn. They should tell their own side of the story. Then the law will take its course. That is it. And that is our plan. So, because some of these people tí wọ́n wà nílé nígbà tí nǹkan yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti lè bọ́ta sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn yìí ó lè já wọn kan náà ń dún kòkò mọ́ wọn. Because tẹ́ bá wọ́n ní tẹ́ bá ṣe kinní kan nú arọ ijó wà lẹ́sẹ̀ arọ ẹsẹ̀ ní òjẹ́. Some of them.
Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀fẹ̀ mọ̀ ṣé ń gẹ̀ẹ́sì mi. Whatever gbogbo tí bàbá yìí ṣe ń sìn is pertinent to know whether he is acting alone or is acting in conjunction with those that joined Omowummi in killing Mohbad, or acting with somebody who used the boy for it. I don't know.
Torí ẹ̀ la ṣe ní pé tọ́lọ́pàá bá kó gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kán kó. Ẹ̀fà tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tó yẹ kán sì kó wọ́n wà níta wọn sínú àwọn tó wà nílé ńjọ́ yẹn wọ́n á rò pé àwọn tó wà nílé yẹn ṣe báwo mọ gbogbo wọn. Àwọn kan wà ń bẹ̀ táwọn mọ̀ pé wọ́n tún wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n á lè tọ́ka sí wọn.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi mọ̀ nípa case Mohbad.
Now,
Majority of you don't know.
of course, yes. 100.
Because I interfaced with the police. I met with the family members where necessary, and some other people. You understand? And at the end of the day, I have to be careful, not because I'm scared of anybody, but only talk about you, but we put that. And as a human rights organization, if I call it, I'm trying to destroy my own case, the public case, before it even starts. So, and whatever the case may be, I won't come back there, but you will know yet. You're like, well, it's always why I look real. But, let me see the proof first. Contribute to the subject. And so you just will be waiting with normal can be system to work. They will take the right action as okay, you him, and then turn it lower here. Say me can only buy where she for me. I understand. Tabati le gbé fún ẹni stage yìí ariwo máa bẹ lọ́tà ẹ̀ ló ti di wọ́n ló prosecute ni ẹ̀.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
evening, Chris.
Yeah, about everything.
Thanks, Baba.
Yeah, hey, Baba. Message this evening goes to Crime Boy. This is opportunity to work. That's your ticket. You want people to support you. You need NGO to support you now. Opportunity to share. So if you have any issue from the past, now you can bring everything up. Because one accuse so whatever you want to do now, you have people support and you have NGO support. I think you should
you can still join him in the suit self.
Yeah, so you can join now. You can join. You can join now. Opportunity to come out opportunity. You don't have the opportunity to tell our public to believe NGO to support you now. You have NGO to back you up, and you have the public to support you, to pursue the case. Now you have the right to fight, to look for who buy your friend. Because you don't put Kini out, you put it out. One arrested, go accuse them, when they arrested, when they detain them, when they unlawfully for months. Now you can fight your battle now. All the people to my pay, bounty to wàá sọ fún wa pé mo jẹ́ ìjẹ́bẹ́ náà kankan kan àwọn èèyàn sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ṣèbí kí ló kan fún public in bẹ́ẹ̀ kí public ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́ now you are part of the family.
You have no way, right? Only power àti kí ni tó lè sọ pé Mohbad foundation.
Because one accuse you, one the jail here, every right now to pick up whatever you want to pick up. Your people will support you. The public will support you. And the truth you know what I'm saying, no? So don't now opportunity you and you know opportunity by Kolomanwa. We expect you to grab it and make use of it. The position you be what Baba Mohbad wa, anybody to one case you want, position one or one. So you can do it. Tiba Mohbad Basila Yemo only stand by both Mokuto for me.
Call a lady primary in war. Public Lemajuku by society, whether by that job. So now, Omowummi, Adura no dog, Darusha, we go and I'm a call by. So now, see, you got to think about Rafun. Not joy. Joseph for Mohbad, opportunity for you to fight it because I will support it, public support it, NGO support it. We got to change Mohbad to reach it. I mean, about the break the silence, so
yeah, I know. You can't see them. So now, anywhere, Mohbad is saying you have right to be there. Because I've been looking for what happened to this guy after that you are Kony. Now this is an opportunity for you. Not to go to now what to buy this time about yes, people will support financially. That because one need the money. You know what I'm saying? So now it's time for you to just this Mohbad affect you psychologically. You can't move freely. Oh, you can't go shiny now. Let me tell you,
the prince who affects me. Oh, he affects me. Go me the
peace. None of you to want to package here, to want package here to money peace. So the best thing about peace in the packet by just boy. That's the only place about peace. You tell me about the justice because to money peace got more money to W Junior. So one thing I'm telling you now. Support the NGO, support the public, and stand to encourage the public, encourage the NGO. Encourage the public. It's time for okay. Look at Morate. Only emotional. Okay, right there. I'm not the boy now. Only primary no, really no emotional. So see, I'm shaking it. Kò tí gbégbé ṣe báyìí. Kò àwọn èèyàn throw àwọn èèyàn believe ẹ̀ ó bìlì pé wọ́n ń pa ìbọn kúrọ́ ni. Ó bá àwọn èèyàn pípọ̀ wọ́n rán ni. Wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé spirit Mohbad. Lọ́kọ́ gbìjà ó make sure pé ìwọ olùkọ́ni láyé pé wọ́n ò ní tẹ̀lé mi délé. Lọ́tọ́ bá tẹ̀lé délé òun fẹ́ máa bá lọ. Òun ló máa fi rọ́pò. Òun ló máa lóhùn kọ́ ló pa. Ó tì ní, ó mọ̀ ní. Bọ́yẹ̀ ti ní, bọ́yẹ̀ ti pẹ́ láyé ó ti rí kinní yẹn. Ọ̀gbẹ́ Mohbad bọ̀bẹ́ yẹn. Àní rí àṣírí yẹn ò ní tú láyé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ Mohbad fúnra ẹ̀ kò mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn. That's one thing about spirituality. Yeah. Spirituality controls the physical. Kò ní mọ oríṣi tó ń ṣe. Ọba ní ọba ní ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún. Ẹ̀dùnmí máa jẹ́ pé tó bá fi ìdàdá lọ ayé. Akọ̀rí pé ìṣẹ̀dá Primeboy náà gbàgbọ́dé. Bóyá ìyá Primeboy náà ṣe àdúrà bí kan. Àbóyá òun náà ṣe àdúrà kan. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ pé ọ̀rẹ́ òun yìí ṣọ́ọ̀pù kò sí ní àti kọ́ ọ máa fi kọ́ bọ́dì. Ìkọ́ máa fi kọ́ bọ́dì ni.
Tó bá bá di kó máa fún un ló máa sọ kó pa àwọn gangan. Wọ́n sọ pé òun náà ló pa náà ni. Àwọn ẹṣin tó sórí ẹ̀ bá wà bá lọ. Òun ló ṣe méjọ pé ó bàjà kò mọ ní akọ̀wé kó nǹkan bàjà. Ó lè yọ̀ǹda ó já sí ó méjọ kó ń bàjà dé pé wọ́n lè jálẹ̀.
Wọ́n jálẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ wá kó nìkan gbọ́ pé ó sọ síbẹ̀ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ló dẹ̀ wò rárá wọn ò dẹ̀ rẹ́ni bọ́dì mọ́.
Àtolówó tó lọ sábà tó lọ gbogbo wọn.
Ọyọ ọ̀yẹ̀kú ló ń pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ọyọ ọ̀lẹ̀ ní pé ìwọ ò ní bá lọ. Ó lè jẹ́ tó bá lọ bẹ̀ẹ́ gan. Wọ́n á ṣe débi pé tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó báyìí. Wọ́n á pè ta làwọn fi kó fáìlì.
Ní ló ti tọ́ olóòrà ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀
wọ́n á rí bí wọ́n ti ń jà.
wá ti jọ̀tá ẹ̀ sí ẹ̀wọ̀n gbé.
Káwọn tó lè parọ́ pé nọ́ọ̀sì tó lè parọ́ pé kìíní kan ẹ mọ lọ́tọ́ máa pa tó wáyé pé prime tẹ̀lé wọ́n nílé yẹn ẹ ní rí òtútọ́ ẹ̀ láyé ọmọ akẹ́ ọ̀tá àwọn méjì lẹ̀ báyìí ni wọ́n á ní ṣe lọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ jà wọ́n ti jà ní kìíní kan ó ṣe ìwọ ò ní bá mi lọ this is where to stop but you must fight for me.
Yomi was stage agency and we have been fighting for almost 3 years. Tí time ago tí mo tó máa kọ́ mi ẹ wọ́n tó tẹ́ kọ́ mi ń sìn.
No justice from bad don go touch a bẹ̀rẹ̀.
No, it's time for you to stand with the truth. No matter anybody about Beleni, no matter what about suffering, no matter the threat, Jackie public monk, Jackie NGO monk. Because if you look at
ẹni tó fi ẹ̀wọ̀n sórí ẹ̀ lẹ́nu kọ́ máa lọ bá lẹ́yìn
prime boy now.
Exactly. Even at that, ẹ̀fọn tí yọ wanted kó lórí ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ti lọ wanted kó lórí ẹ̀ náà. So now, so your opportunity fún ẹ tó bá dẹ̀ ti lè miss opportunity ọmọ ó máa lágbára gan-an. So you have to start so you can even claim your rights.
Of course.
You sue anybody see. Oh now to back you up, only sue anybody see. And take out your case, gbogbo case you go take care of. And your lawyer not compromise, the lawyer not start go on. What we are trust gbogbo àwọn lawyer and talk to Joseph Oye.
Gbogbo àwọn lọ́yà Èkó yẹn lọ́n ṣàánú ni o. Èkó wá gbúrò Èkó ẹ̀yà mẹ́rin tètè.
Èkó wéǹgèlè. Èkó wéǹgèlè.
Ó lọ wá lọ́yà bóyá kó lọ wá lọ́yà Awúsá kan tó kò ló.
Lẹ́gọ̀.
Yóò gbọ́ kankan. Wà á dẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ lọ́yà ilé kan báyìí ló ń lọ. Lọ́yà tó tó kò ló tó tẹ́ pé kò rán kankan. Wọ́n bá lọ wá àwọn lọ́yà Yorùbá àwọn yẹn Ọlọ́run dáríjì wá ní o. Apology ni o.
And we have clarified, we have confirmed that it was the nurse who injected. Ọjọ́ yẹn bá
You know?
Established. It has been established.
Ẹ wo àwọn 4 person tó ń lò. Ẹ̀mí àwọn boys yẹn wọ́n ti gbé èṣù mi.
Alábàá ọ̀ṣẹ̀ wà yẹn o.
Tí bá rántí ọjọ́ yẹn báyìí, ọ̀rẹ́dẹ̀ ìgbà níbi tí mo wà. Nígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ what have you interest where we have been able to establish that it was the nurse who injected Mohbad.
Àti ìpẹ́ àwọn agbọ̀bí tí wọ́n even driver sọ pé wọ́n ti ń sọ fún òun láti bí 9-12 o'clock wípé òun ẹni tó ń gbé lọ ní àná ó ti kú o.
Ó ti kú ní àárọ̀
àti àgbàgbẹ́
la máa sọ orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àgbàgbẹ́ ó máa bá wa ní Jésù.
Ẹ wo bàbá yẹn òru lọ ló fẹ́ ṣe òkú yẹn òru.
Wọ́n la gbọ́ngbà yẹn tí ó ní àmà yẹn orí kìíní tí màá yẹn ń parí ó ní òru náà pé òun. Fídíò yẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Senior actress
fídíò yẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní òru.
Ó pè mí ó ní Yomi. Ó ní bàbá Mohbad ló tún fẹ́ máa gbèjà ni mo ní ìgbèjà bàbá Mohbad ló ní bàbá yẹn ò gbádùn tó yẹ kí n rí bẹ́tà ó ní èmi Mohbad mi ń jà fún ó ní àwọn yẹn bàbá yẹn máa fi ẹkọ bọ́ọ̀dì ni wọ́n máa ṣí bàtẹ́ kó ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ni pé kí bàbá yìí ní ó ṣàtúrà láti sọ ó ní kí ọmọ yẹn pàdé bì kan létà mo ṣe rò pé kọ́bá yẹn pé ibi tó ti jọ mú lẹ́fù Mohbad lẹ́gọ̀ọ́ ń bọ̀ bàbá wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ fi jọ ó yẹ yín kí wọ́n yẹ kí
ọ̀rọ̀ tí Sáwà Ṣàbí sọ sí pé we have been it was established pé nọ́ọ̀sì nìkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fídíò tá a rí tẹ gbé jáde yẹn.
Èmi ni Sáwà Ṣàbí sẹ́mi pupa ni.
Sorry, Ṣayọ̀ Madam Ṣayọ̀.
Àǹtí pupa ni Sáwà Ṣàbí.
Mi fẹ́ sọ ló wà lọ́kàn mi torí expand ìwà careful.
Okay, so ó ti yé mi. So ibi tí wọ́n ti ṣe conclusion yẹn, ibi tí wọ́n ti make conclusion yẹn, fídíò yẹn la rí níjẹta àbíjọ́ òun tẹ mọ̀ wá yẹn. Nítorí ara tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn.
Ó ti yé.
Fídíò yẹn jáde o, it has been established.
Ẹ bá ti establish ẹ̀ gbọ́ngàn nìyẹn.
Ilé ayé yìí ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé yìí kò tó bọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ ilé ayé yìí kò tó
kankan.
Ilé ayé yìí ṣàwáyé lọ.
Ọ̀gá o.
Kí wọ́n ní?
Ó sì dandan. Àṣìbáyé lọ sí ọ̀dọ́ tiẹ̀ mọ́.
Wọ́n máa ní wọ́n béèrè question. Wọ́n ṣe kí ni wọ́n ṣe béèrè question. Wọ́n á ṣe argue ní ìtàkùn.
Ó kọ dá tiẹ̀ mọ́ àbí?
Kí dá tiẹ̀ mọ̀ slang ẹ̀ tó jáde mo ti drop ẹ̀. Kí lẹ sọ?
Bóyá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti wò ápà.
Mo ti ya fídíò ẹ̀ gan-an ló wà online náà.
Ọlọ́mọdé yìí.
Ẹ jẹ́ ó ń lọ náà, everybody dá tiẹ̀ mọ̀.
My game, mo yẹ kó ti do but ọ̀gá àwọn gadgets ìlú gbàgbé lọ́wọ́ ọmọ alọ́tìkọ̀.
Connected.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kó pọ̀ bàbá.
Muslim ni mí, Muslim ni mí.
Àwọn ìwọ Jésù ní ẹ̀kọ́ wa. Fine boy. Mo kò bá wọn dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ DNA yìí, but that is what is keeping your mortuary. How are you feeling that Mohbad is still in the mortuary?
Ṣé mo pé mo lọ kàn àti recently ṣá? Bí last week àbí last 2 weeks ṣá? Màtá tí mo pè yín fún yẹn. Tí mo pè yín fún pé tó ń lọ ìbá yẹn, wọn náà rí pé yẹn tún dé, wọ́n ṣáà ń ṣe bí alágbára, wọ́n tún dé kéèsì yẹn lọ kàn àti bákan, mi ṣáà ń wò bí mọ́là. Bọ̀ bí mo dé pàǹtì ibẹ̀ náà lọ ti yanjú pé mo láìka àwọn pípọ̀ ẹ̀wọ̀n pàtí wọ́n máa ń wá straight forward tún ọbẹ̀ lọ́ ti ń já ọmọ yẹn pé this guy know nothing about it kìíní kan ṣáà. But ibi tí mo jókòó sí àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ pé mi torí mo bomú mi. So báwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ṣe rí mi báyìí ibi tí mo kàn ṣímú mi pé àkìtì ẹ̀ ó lè yọ bomú olúgbọ̀ ọmọ olú ẹ̀. So mo wá wà nínú SARS office kan kọ̀ jókòó. Báwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn ṣe rí mi báyìí fine boy wájúkú sí ibà VIP láyé ẹ̀ ọmọ kíní kan mo rí protest tó ṣe nígbà yẹn ní kóòtù náà ọmọ nice one àwọn èèyàn jà fún rẹ̀ ló dá o àwọn ọlọ́pàá ló ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o wípé ọmọ ó yìí wà mọ́ṣúárì tó bá rí ṣé ó jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ lọ rí náà Yaba mọ́ṣúárì ni mo bá rí wá o Yaba mọ́ṣúárì lọ́lọ́pàá yẹn àwọn you need to see your friend ẹ mọ bí kéèyàn má lè kó má lànà tán kó kàn máa ní you need to see am
Ọkọ̀ máa ń dẹ́pọ́sìtì òkú síbẹ̀ wọ́n máa rí.
ó ní only that Baba just they shout up and down, just they find money, I don't rob. About sunny, don't somewhere. If picking dead them, he's not even doing the right thing. Less is so. I want to pay me gun sons of pay. Bọ́bọ́ yìí tíwájú wa ṣe ẹ̀yàn ṣàyè para sí. Ó jẹ́ kó lọ síbi kan jẹ́ pé kí gbogbo àwọn tó wà nílé yẹn wọ́n lè wú kú. Àwọn reality ṣì wà, confam ṣì wà. O kò lè mú ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kó kọ̀ dán pọ̀ for years. Ó dẹ̀ ń jẹ òun mu, òun fún òun jí.
The delay. Until you know what àṣírí gbogbo ohun tí wọ́n jù sórí sáré yẹn kò lè ṣe lẹ́yìn bàbá Mohbad nígbà tí wọ́n ń sin yẹn kò sí yẹn so whether wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ DNA wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ paternity.
Kókó lójú ọlọ́rọ̀.
Mr. Yomi DNA kan ló dìlé Mohbad sẹ́ DNA kan. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mo ti máa ń tẹnumọ́ kínní yẹn ti pẹ́ pé wọ́n kàn fi DNA bójú ni. Ipe DNA yìí kò sí kan tó tiẹ̀ kan àwa bíbẹ̀ family problem wọn ni. Our own way problem is báwo ni Mohbad ṣe máa get justice tá máa lè fún ní perfect
jọba rẹ̀ mo dé àyàdá.
Kí ló ń ṣe the right thing?
Bàbá lóye kó máa ń fa ẹni justice ẹ fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ̀ pàlàpàlàpà. Ṣé DNA ní ní kí sáyé panu olé ni?
Kéèsì Mohbad yìí sì.
Ó dọ̀ báyìí bàbá mi ló kí ni dábàá mi kúrò báyìí wà sneaky ní pé ariwo tí public pa ẹ̀yin ò bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá yẹn ò béèrè fún justice ó ti lọ sí ọmọ ẹ̀ kò béèrè fún DNA. Meanwhile when the public came out ariwo ikú olópa Mohbad ní public dìde sí.
Jẹ̀wá wọn ti gbẹ ṣe DNA.
Bàbá yẹn ránṣọ mọ́ láti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀. Ayọ̀sẹ̀yìn.
DNA káìkàìkàì.
Nǹkan tó máa kí wọ́n pẹ̀lú ìwádìí tó wà yẹn òun lọ ṣe sí corona wọ́n wá àkókò yẹn gbogbo ọgọ́ lè ṣe. DNA sí ọdún mẹ́ta wàá rí pé bó ṣe wà yẹn ọlọ kóòtù ní kìíní sí ẹ̀rí àbílá ilé ọ̀gẹ́sọ̀ lọ́ba tó ń jáde.
Ṣé DNA kankan DNA wo ló fẹ́ ṣe?
Bọ́ọ̀sì ẹ mọ àtìgbà tó ti ń lọ kóòtù DNA ṣá.
Ó wọ́n. So
bọ́ẹ̀ wọ́n lè lọ kóòtù DNA fún 10 years.
Òun yẹn ti sọ ó ní 10 years àìdé yẹ ó mọ̀ fún bàbá lọ ṣe interview ó mọ àwọn tó ń coordinate bàbá náà ló coordinate òun náà.
Ṣẹ́rí ká bá fèsì kan tó yẹ ká fèsì àwọn gan wọn ò ní lè sùn àwọn máa tọ̀ sára àwọn máa tọ̀ ní sórí bed because one thing tó yẹ ká fèsì is justice for Mohbad. Àwọn wo ló wà nínú ilé yẹn? Why is prime boy arrested and declared wanted? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Àwọn why? Ẹ mọ̀ kí Naira Marley ṣe kankan gbà kan. The only thing tí Naira Marley kàn ṣe ni why? Why was the nurse kìíní kan? Question ló kọ yọ jáde. Kéèsì yìí kàn ṣe problem. Inú kan máa ń bí mi lójoojúmọ́ ni. Tí bá kọ̀ rí ojoojúmọ́ la kàn sọ̀rọ̀ lórí nǹkan tó yẹ pé
àní àbúrò kéèsì yẹn lè fi yanjú tán. Ayé bàbá ọlọ́pàá alábùjá this case is very straight and
very straight.
Bàbá yìí.
Ẹ invite àdúrà, ẹ invite Darosha, ẹ invite West Kìnìkan, ẹ invite everybody, ẹ invite ẹ̀mí gan. Everybody máa wá sọ role to play.
Bra àwọn ọ̀sẹ̀ kiri yẹn ṣàkóso sọ pé bra onílé tó talẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ bá ẹni wo ọmọ.
Níbi tí ìyá Mohbad ti ń lọ tí ó tó ń lọ tó ti ya fọ́tò.
Ṣé gbogbo àwọn kinní yẹn gan kò tẹ̀ sí kan tó ṣe bọ́ọ̀sì ṣé àwọn kinní yẹn gan kò sí kan tó kan àṣẹ́rí Ọlọ́run àwọn pípù yẹn ọkàn ẹmọ ẹbí máa ń sọ the right thing tèmi torí kò sí kan tó anybody fẹ́ fẹ́ mi ṣe mí mo mọ̀kọ́ tí mò ń go through pẹ̀lú pain mi because ọkọ̀ fi àtọ́lọ́pàá yẹn sọ fún mi iṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú gbọ́lọ́pàá yẹn ṣe dé mọ́ mo lè má dé kalẹ̀ bóun ṣe gbé kalẹ̀ pẹ̀lú brain but if you see your friend you go need see am. Ẹ mọ̀ bí kí wọ́n máa lo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìfisẹ̀ sí àwẹ́. Wọ́n á béèrè lọ́rọ̀ kan náà ọlọ́pàá yẹn, wọ́n ní ṣé mo lè lọ rí ni? Wọ́n ní of course you can see him now. Wọ́n ní tọ́pẹ́ mi ò mind o. Àwọn ní ọ̀nà wá béèrè pé.
Bí wàá ṣe ọkọ̀ lọ sí mọ́túárì, bí wọ́n fẹ́ lọ wò kú mi ò lè rókè tó bí ẹgbẹ́ ìṣọ́wá ní báwo ni.
Ìkànnì wọn béèrè pé ṣé you get the mind mo ní àná ò get the mind to see am àbí if I fit see am say face to face kí lọ bá ń gbé bọ̀bọ̀ yìí kí ló ń ṣe ẹ́ dán ó kọ̀ sùn sí ìgbà ọmọ kan tó ń fojú ẹ rí kí tiẹ̀ pẹ́lẹ́ dá ìsọ̀rọ̀ bí a máa pè wá bẹ́ẹ̀ gan fúnra ọlọ́pàá yẹn dẹ́ rìn pé that's true ó ti yé yín tó àwọn àti ìgbà yẹn kíní yẹn máa ń bọ́dà máìndì ó máa ń wí kì mí gan pé imagine ẹ obi tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí wà kò sẹ́ni tó gbàdúrà kó mú abẹ́ àbí kó mú ẹ̀wọ̀n abẹ́ olóhùn ní jẹ́ àròkù tá a máa fi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láì pé ojú.
Kókó I'm popular.
Kí ni kókó kíní kan gbogbo alamọ pé gbogbo everybody ò jẹ́ kankan kí Mohbad tó kú gbogbo family wọn who knows their family. Àdúrà tó náà ń kọrin ó rí wọn lórí list nígbà táàbùrù ẹ̀ wà láyé. Mo ti ń trend kí Mohbad tó blow mo ti drop first track mi pẹ̀lú Ṣèyí Vibe ní 2019 kò ń ṣe kú kíní kan mo ti ń kọrin mi I have dropped a lot of tracks kí Mohbad ó tó di pé Mohbad kú kò ń ṣe pé Mohbad kú mo ṣe ń kọrin àbí kíní kan. So ó ṣònú lyrics mi gan kò ń ṣe pé eléyìí bẹ́ amọ́lá music ṣàkan ni. So nǹkan tó ń dùn mí nìyẹn we don't ó náà kan lè fi kíní kan lẹ́ka lọ máa palàpalàpà we need to face the reality.
No, we are facing
government is the reality.
Abuja is cooperating.
Yes, inú mi ti ẹjọ́ ṣùgbọ́n láwọn bí wọ́n gbọ́ lọ ẹ̀.
Inú mi wọ́n tó kọ́ máa sáwọ̀ àárín iṣẹ́ gẹ́sì anyway kò sí ẹ̀ sáà ní tó fẹ́ sáwọ̀ anyway.
No, ọ̀tún àlọ́ etí kan.
Ọkọ̀ ìfọ̀bọ̀ ẹ lẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀mí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń sọ nǹkan ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ yìí àti ojú àti ta ẹ̀ kò sí dín kíní kankan fún ọ̀rọ̀ ìmọ̀ gbogbo àṣírí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti tú síta kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ bí ìbàdàn tá a ti sọ rí kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí gan tá a ti ṣe rí.
Àwọn gọ́ọ̀mọ̀ ilẹ̀ ti mọ́ bá wọn gbogbo ìtọ́kàn ṣe
kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe mọ́ wọ́n mọ̀ ẹ̀rà wọ́n mọ̀ pàṣírí ó ti tú wọ́n mọ̀.
Agídí orí lásán ló pè é.
Ní ẹ mọ̀ pé ìdánwò àsìkò lẹ́wọ̀
Dasola Ekele.
ìwé ló tẹ̀lé yẹn ló kàn máa ṣàgídí káàkiri fọ yìí lẹ máa tó bọ́ bá wọn.
Ọmọlọ́mọ lẹ̀ sínú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀fọn ọmọlọ́mọ lẹ̀ sínú bẹ́ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ lọ́ fi máa ń bóyọ̀ láṣìírí náà táwọn èèyàn máa lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àdúgbò ìwà inú ìnira ló wà kò sí kankan kádùrà mi táwọn èèyàn bá ń ṣàdúrà fún gan bọ́ọ̀sì kọ́lọ́hún jẹ́ kádùrà ẹ̀ jẹ́ tẹ̀wọ́ gbà because it's not in the right place kádùrà máa ti lọ ń báyàn.
Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kó ṣe é sí wọn báwọn tó fẹ́ sí wọn nílé sí ó dìgbà sí.
Dasola kọ́ ẹ̀.
Dasola nìyẹn.
You want to say something?
Mo fẹ́ sọ kankan náà ni mo fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ̀ ń sọ kò sí rọ́lẹ̀. Ṣé rí Ọlọ́run á tún wọn ronú ní agbára tó pọ̀ gan-an. So ìjà tẹ́ ẹ rí àti ìjà tẹ́ ẹ rí Ọlọ́run á máa jà fún yín gan-an. Ṣé rí téèyàn méjì mẹ́ta bá sọ̀rọ̀ tẹ̀lé nígbà pé nìyí kò tó parọ́. Tẹ̀bá ṣe rí ọ̀rọ̀ olórí fújì tẹ sọ yẹn níjọ́ ni tẹ ló pè ní yẹn tó ní kẹ ẹ mọ̀ fóun àtọ́nílẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ ni wọ́n tight friend ni wọ́n. Tó ti Lizzy Anjorin wọ́n jọ sin Lizzy dé Ìlọrin ni wọ́n jọ sin dé station wọ́n jọ gbé lọ kóòtù ni. Tó ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìgbà tí yẹn jáde fún Yomi ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mo ṣe pọn yín létó ó ní mo mọ̀ pé babaláwo ní òògùn náà ìyá aláwo. So ìfẹ́rí òògùn èso bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní
Òun náà màmá aláwo.
ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ó bàbá gan ó bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tó bá ti fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kò yàtọ̀ sẹ́yìn àbí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ Lizzy ò yàtọ̀ sí yín tí ò bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ òun ni ò ní sọ tó bá ti rẹ́ẹ̀dì láti sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa fún wọn tán ló náà máa ń fún wọn tán. So mo wá mú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo wá jọ ìdí ẹ̀kọ́ fi yọ̀ ní báyìí eléyìí náà tó báyìí ó jọra wọn bò tó ti lè yí. Ṣẹ́rí lójú ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tí wọ́n ti gbé wúmà yẹn lọ sí court wọ́n tó san gbèsè fún wúmà yẹn ni o. Bó ṣe ń panu iṣẹ́ tẹ̀yìn ṣe yẹn nǹkan tàbí àtẹ̀yìn náà ń gbà ń jà torí bẹ́yìn ṣe ń pa lójú ayé náà ń panu ẹ̀ ní ojú lásán kọ́ ló fi ń bá wọn kú tó ti yé yín lè gé gbogbo wọn láti máa lọ náà. Nítorí mo kò pé kẹ́ lè mọ̀ pé àwa tá à ń gbọ́ yín yé à ń gbọ́ yín yé so ìṣúrẹ̀ mo fi wá sókè so mò ń gbọ́ yín yé dáadáa.
Thank you. Tell me idea you don't ticket Abuja as we speak now. Then take over a middle. Let's check first, because
Báwo ni bíbọ̀dù wá sí yẹn ti wà settled?
you know my class on your way.
Kí ẹ máa rí iṣẹ́ ń lọ lórí ẹ̀.
Yeah, this is what I want. Bá a ṣe fẹ́ máa ṣe nìyẹn good.
Àwọn bá dáàmú ṣe wọ́n máa ganu sí ni.
Ọ̀tẹ́ mi kan lẹ̀ láìkì láti lẹ̀ nìyẹn, mo láìkẹ́ mo ṣe fẹ́.
Ṣé ìgbọ́ ẹ máa ń béèrè question gbà ẹ̀ nìyẹn tó lè máa olóòdì mọ̀?
But ẹ ti jábá fáǹsì náà. Ẹ ti jábá fáǹsì náà.
Ọdún mi jábá gbà yẹn. Kò jábá gbà yẹn. Mi ò lè sáré mọ ìwà everybody. Àdá ẹ̀ ní ṣe ìgbàlẹ́ ìgbàlẹ́ wẹ̀jú. As at that time, they were not accepting the NGO. They were not accepting. They were just saying, "Because the body could be Baba." You same platform Baba. Platform was just around with my son.
One guy yẹn gbé fún bàbá yẹn. Pẹ́sàn yẹn pọ̀ gan. Gbogbo àwọn pẹ́sàn yẹn wẹ̀ lọ́gbẹ́.
Ọ̀fẹ́ nǹkan tó wá ṣe ni nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe báyìí ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹni tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kó wà lọ́wọ́ báyẹn wọ́n á lè mọ̀ tó báyìí dá.
Wọ́n ò dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan kan lé lórí.
Wọ́n ò ní ṣe ní tì ẹni fáwọn ìwà yẹn ni tó ń parọ́ pé lọ́yà lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ níbọ̀ tí ò lọ́bẹ̀ ó tún yá wọ́n ní ẹ̀yẹ̀ kan lọ wọ́n tún náà lọ́dà àkà lọ́bẹ̀. Iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe nìyẹn bàbá yẹn gbogbo ní bọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bàbá yẹn if you go deep eventually ẹni máa wò lọ. Torí pé àti kakọ̀ èmi mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn lọ́wọ́ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn. Ìsìn bàbá yẹn tó wá ṣe fún wọn ẹgbẹ́ tó lọ ṣé ní sọ́kọ́ fún ilé ni ṣé ní sọ́kọ́ fún ilé ni. Tí o bá ṣe pé bàbá Mohbad nǹkan ló ní kọ́ lọ pa Mohbad. He worked with somebody that had to do it. Whether rituals dey àbí kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ṣe fún Mohbad ẹ lọ kọ́lẹ̀ pé nǹkan tó bá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. With what I have seen, I'm just waiting to hit the nail on the head. And that is why we said he is already accessory after the fact that they should arrest him and investigate. You will realize no book to Sakakiri. Tí wọ́n mi fi rọ́bìṣì bàbá yẹn, ó sọ pé bàbá mo mọ ohun tẹ́ ṣe. Òun ló sọ pé tí òun bá sọ ohun tí bàbá yìí ṣe, òun fọ́nà wà búra, ẹ máa sọ lóko pa ni. Kí ló dé ẹ máa sọ bàbá lóko pa? Nǹkan kò lè sí kan tó fẹ́ kọjá. Ṣé ọmọ wọn kéré sùn ni? Exactly. Ó dẹ̀ sọ bàbá yìí. So àdúrà sá fún bàbá yìí. Ìyá Mohbad ló fẹ́ kí ọmọ yìí má sọ ohun tó sọ ìjáde o. Blessing ni ju nǹkan níbi tá ló fún blessing. Kí ló dé tí bàbá Mohbad fẹ́ sin Mohbad lóru? Kí ló dé tí bàbá Mohbad protect Somo? Somo was in the house.
Grant yẹn, wọ́n ní Somo wà níbi grant yẹn náà.
Exactly.
Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kò sí lára.
So the problem now is what is going on? So one thing is that kò jẹ́ pé ẹni tó pa Mohbad gangan bàbá yẹn mọ̀ direct nípa ẹ̀ before kò tó pa gan ọkọ jẹ́ pé bàbá yẹn gan fún rẹ̀ bàbá yẹn sanction pé ẹ bá yẹ kó waste away.
Ó ní bá ṣe díẹ̀ ní kó máa ṣe tó pa ọmọ òun dá ọmọ ẹni tó pa ọmọ.
Ẹni náà ni ẹ tẹ́ fi.
Ó lè jọ ara ẹ̀ ló sọ.
Because gbogbo distraction ni gbogbo yẹn ajé.
Either way. Either way, it was very, very obvious because the trajectory level. Cumulative material evidence are why don't block here at family. Cumulative about the su blessing to Jojo, so Jojo it will represent. Meanwhile, if you not to walk about the garden, if you about it long shades, it's only meaning now. Level of confidence for the moment. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣe role to play tó fi ṣe kí ni and l'Abuja àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ pé ẹ̀pù ni mo lè ṣe come and arrest baba Mohbad nígbà yẹn. I'm telling you guys the truth ẹbí ò lè bó confam pé ẹ̀pù mo lè ṣe pé Mr. Yomi we are ready to work we are ready to strike. Òun lè ṣe rí pé àwọn kìnnì kan bọ́ọ̀sì kìnnì kan yẹn lọ́ ṣe fẹ́ hijack case yẹn wọ́n mi lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n lọ dá owó lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ṣin ká ẹ̀
for the reason best known to them.
That is why they want to take over the case. Because they got that case here. With Fabiyi don't share take over the case. Fabiyi again was paying me. Because I
selective justice.
Okay. So because at the end of the day, you are blocking many things. You are hating me for no reason. For no reason. Níjọ́ tí a wà ní command yẹn, tẹ́ bá gbọ́ báyìí ṣe lè ju pamọ́ mi. Mo sọ pé neighbor Mohbad, gírí kejì yẹn, bàbá Mohbad mo sọ fún pé mi ò mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí fóònù yìí o. The second time again, Fabiyi wá nǹkan báyìí. Tó máa di jọ́ kejì báyìí. Lady obesity ni ọkọ lọ sórí kìnnìkan tẹ́lẹ̀ kìnnìkan Yorùbá bí that girl is the witness òun ni witness tàfẹ́ lò fún kéèsì against the family wa àti ṣèyí yẹn kò yẹ wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ kó sí lórí bóyá wọ́n threaten ẹni o bóyá bribe ẹ̀ ní o.
No, wọ́n threaten ẹni
oye àdèlédí.
wọn náà máa pa náà ni ìtọ́ ṣe fi lè threaten bàbá yẹn.
tó ṣe fún neighbor yẹn oní CCTV oná lọ ṣe fún yẹn.
ó lè jẹ́ pé if eventually ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ mi if eventually those that came in and tó wá sanction àwọn ẹ̀ if true eventually they came in kó tó di pé mo bá di dá break his last tó bá yẹ pé ẹni tó rọrùn yẹn ni we cannot certify yet ẹ jẹ́ báyìí sọ pé ìwúmọ̀ọ́rù àdúrà kan kò ní tètè mọ̀ pé so ẹni tó gbá ẹni báyìí ń dì wá nílé mi mọ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ ṣàlàyé kiri ẹ̀ bọ̀ because it's
sọ pé tó lè máa tako bàbá ẹ̀ àdúrà tó lè máa tako bàbá ẹ̀ ìgẹ́ta sí bí.
ó dẹ̀ sá fún bàbá ẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní pé káwọn aláyẹ̀ ń bú bàbá ẹ̀ ṣeré ni ó bíṣì bàbá ẹ̀ ó bíṣì ẹ̀ dáadáa.
ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣẹ́ni kì í ṣe pàdúrà
ẹ lọ bọ́ jẹ ẹ lọ bí ṣe súyà bàbá ẹ̀ ní bàbá.
ẹ wo ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà méjì kan ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà kan dènà ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá kan àdúrà ní because interview tí àdúrà ṣe látàtí very dark man wá sí kò tó ṣe interview pẹ̀lú àwọn yòókù tàdúrà ò yọjú pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ so the only interview tàdúrà ṣe pẹ̀lú the other guy yẹn ó ní nígbà tí ẹ̀dájì dé pé wọ́n ní wọ́n máa sín lálẹ́ yẹn àdèlè kọ̀rọ̀ sí wọn lẹ́nu kó jáwọn làgbàlagbà. ìyẹn one ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì kì í ṣe pé bàbá tún wá yes bàbá sọ pé tó bá ṣe DNA bọ̀ lẹ́lẹ́ẹ̀kejì bàbá wá àfàmọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé ìyàwó wà ń bẹ̀ àlè wọn
ní suspect
ó lu òun lọ́mọ pa.
iṣẹ́ ìgbọ́dọ̀ mi kan tí mo suspect ni pé kó má jẹ́ pé àti ìyàwó ọmọ àti bàbá ìbìkan náà lọ sí lọ́yìn ṣògùn babaláwo ti gba ìyàwó ọmọ wọn bàbá tẹ. mo ṣe easy for connection because olóògbé àwọn ọmọ yìí aláìka láti lọ́ọ́ bíi ọlọ́pàá kan àbá ìgbé irú ẹjọ́ òwe onílé àwọn ilé yóò lè I don't get time.
àwọn yẹn lọ original files lọ́wọ́ file case lọ́wọ́ máa gbé jáde wọ́n dẹ̀ máa kú.
This is too complex. Àwọn alúwàfẹ́ máa pọ̀ sí case who will now say is the come. So òun lè ṣe pé.
Directive lásán ni wọ́n dúró dé.
But this time around, like I said, Baba FL come. He will be arrested. Will be prosecuted. He has committed crime already.
Gókàn lọ Mr. Yomi gókàn lọ sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan tó mú àwọn tó ń dùn.
Kọ́kọ́ mo lọ́sọ̀ báyẹn pa àwọn lọ police station. Part of our stuff is that police station wọ́n
máa clarify bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Report kò sínú bí sẹ́kẹ̀jì rí pé kò sínú report ọlọ́pàá ká. He didn't report to any police station. Nígbà tí kéésì ẹgbẹ́ ìgbà ọgbọ́n yìí ti léde kẹmọ̀. Nígbà tí kéésì Mohbad yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀. Ibi tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá tí Mohbad ṣe kí ni tó competitions tó treat yẹ ó fi ara fínà dé Àbújá. So tó bá jẹ́ pé ibi tí wọ́n gbé òkú lọ tóòtọ́ ni ìyẹn gan ló wọ̀ sí jù. Wọ́n gbé òkú wá sí station wá gbà lọ́wọ́ ṣe anything lọ ṣe anything. Irú àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn máa ti reflect. Nígbà tí ọlọ́pàá tí ó gba petition lọ́la àkọ́gbọ́n ó ṣe lè gbọ́nu kíní wọn pé ọ̀sán yẹn mọ́ta orí TikTok ló ti wá parọ́ yẹn fún yín. Kò sínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n sọ pé.
Lọ́tà suspend gift láìpọ̀ kí lẹ́tù ti ṣe wọ́n ti report yín.
Tí wọ́n tún ti ṣe ìgbé wọ́n ti suspended àbí.
Gift suspended yẹ.
Wọ́n àwọn èèyàn report yẹn nìyẹn.
Wọ́n ṣe ní alẹ́ ni.
Wọ́n bá rí gift gbà wọ́n ti rò pé
everybody máa type ṣe gift àwọn nǹkan tó máa tó lè ṣe ìyẹn.
Àwọn gift ẹ máa ń gbé kò sí kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ wá ìkẹsẹ ń tara ẹ ní láti tara náà tẹ bá fún mi.
How long lọ bí blọọkì ẹ báyìí.
Ọdún jíta ti fẹ́.
Ẹ ṣe àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ìdíta ẹ bá rí ẹ bá wò ti ń jà yìí.
Ẹ káwọn náà kàn máa láìkì yẹn irú àwọn tó kàn wọ́n wò ní pé kí ni wọ́n flag.
Ẹ máa láìkì ẹ kàn máa pa tap.
Ẹ máa pa tap ẹ kàn máa pa tap ẹ kàn máa pa tap.
Ẹ kọ́ tó pé Yomi ò ṣe kankan wá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ń disturb ara yín náà ẹ bá fi sílẹ̀ náà ẹni tí ò ṣe kankan.
Àwọn ọmọ lára.
Ẹ tó ṣe ọ̀gá mi sílẹ̀ náà ẹ má disturb.
Yomi is not working ayájẹ́ ń ta yín ẹ̀jẹ̀ yìí.
Ẹ bẹ fi sílẹ̀ jẹ́ kó máa ṣe kọ́ ẹ ní kò ṣe kankan.
Wọ́n ti ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó máa tàn wá lọ ẹ̀tàn yẹn tù máa wà ní àwa láìka ẹ̀tàn yẹn.
Àwa ní àkàrí àjànà fún ni.
Àwa ní búkú.
Àwa àgbì bẹ́ẹ̀. Àbí àgbì bẹ́ẹ̀ ó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn búkú ló wá.
Èwo ni F1? Èwo ló kọ́ F1 yìí? Say you that man.
No, I was also.
I'm on those she feel it.
Well, and the mean, I work on the
only market type correct.
I can't see the body today.
How do you know? How do you know? So work out there on it. So to me, what I want to start. Now, we might be a question for law. No, I want to talk about justice. Kill she law. Kilowatt. Physical somewhere, oh, truly, we are doing something regarding this case.
When you can type, I love TikTok.
So, we love the program name.
Yeah. She go on now. She got all the support. I don't know she got all the support. I just come out on one. I don't like it.
People don't say it. Yeah, If you go away, could you get up to I see.
Better you do what
ordinary petition. Take follow up back kissing. A man in low, a shall end you shall if I Bogaga. And what on the evidence law? And this is one or two persons among them.
I want to come out here. I come out only one
letter to my daddy. Uma Ropa and Lord John Shibala Joshi. Oh my dear, son of Abia. Put him away a lot. So I like it.
So, Private, time for you to stand and stand tall. Go do it. Guidelines to pay this time to make use of. Anyway, the case about time to the Tory board, yes. You on interest. Started in your anything because we're going to work comfortable with our. Yeah, on the work comfortable with our time to the stand tall.
The prince, you pay your gallant, you do your God normal, but you know, more I want to have go easy.
Yeah, but clearly put or no. Oh, my think of you, my think of
Oh, you know, my Sheila should pay.
Yeah, you have to clear it out of your way.
You know, for more alcohol.
You have a long way to go.
Right, boy. Boss, let's go out there to the tickets.
Sure. But she buy more game, check it and come.
We're going to check it. Get my regular side of 30.
No problem.
How you doing, my brother? Give me like 20 minutes. I'm on live now. I'll call you back later. I'm done. Respect, Respect, my brother.
So, go along my help will go out. We'll feel it.
So, it's boss. Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you so much. So, get the Demokia Prime or Jojo. What's here? Get the Demosel.
Sure, man. Get vaccine. DM, I be king penny anything. Afterlife, you go here.
Of course, afterlife. Demo.
When he has a rosy bass or with a DM,
and the user, if you want to block it, I'll be saying, say user message one. So that is going to be sorted. And we are making progress with our plan. See, like Madam Shayo, that's the only thing I will just say.
No, I think that me know immediately like
I want to go into unnecessary details now. So let's go. So let's focus on that 30th. if you can.
Until you understand anything, talk about interest, and elaborate on it on
that. On the 28th, I will post all the necessary artwork of the campaign on protests, online protests. I'll post our artwork, I've syndicate, but probably from tomorrow, I will do videos to ask people to join us on the 30th for the online protest. So, and maybe from tomorrow, I'll be doing both TikTok and Instagram live to, sensitize the public. And provided really share video and I'll share. And then we'll sort it, and we have a goal on whatever we're doing. So we are good to go. We are good to go. But we need more of our collective voices. We are very close. By the special grace of God, it will make a whole lot of sense. Okay. So I think we should round up now. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming through.
Yeah, we're good to go. Right. Yeah.
So thank you all for coming through. Appreciate you. To all the panelists and moderators for today, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. It shall be counted for you. Boosters and silent supporters and volunteers of Break the Silence Foundation, thank you. This is for you. Thank you. And of course, we have to say thank you to the federal government of Nigeria, to the His Excellency Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his cabinet, the presidency. Thank you for standing tall in the temple of justice. Thank you. And of course, we have to say thank you to the Nigerian police, starting with the Inspector General of Police, IGP Tuji Disu, the police officers at the SCID, CP Bumi Ogedengbe, and the rest of others. The DIG, everybody will say thank you. Certainly, we are full of gratitude to the judiciary. We want to say thank you to His Lordship, Justice Omotosho. Thank you. This is for you. And our judiciary is always the hope of a common man, and it will come through from Movad. It needs justice, and the police needs to do the right thing and ensure that justice is served. The public are persistent, and the voice of the public is the voice of Almighty God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you to all TikTokers, and justice fighters, right from the onset up to this moment. It shall be counted for all of you. You guys are warriors, you are heroes, and may God continue to bless you and bless your household. We'll fight and we'll fight to the end. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you to all our donors, those that are donating to us, the success of everything we're doing. We're coming through. To the media, thank you so much. Thank you. This for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to everyone. Silent supporters, thank you. Appreciate you. And thank you to my humble self too. And don't forget, on the 1st, we're going to be here together to celebrate. Thank you. Thank you. I love and appreciate you all, and have a wonderful night rest. Bye. Bye for now. Bye. I'm going to be dropping Oba's music to round up today's show. How are you doing there? Good. How was school today? Good.
Right now, get an AW matzo burger for only $4.99.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Every day for this, just smile ọ̀fẹ́ máa kọjá mi wọ́n pa wọ́n tún fẹ́ bọ́dà mi ìwà náà olúwa kọ́va mi wọ́n pé dáàbì mi wọ́n tẹ́tí mọ́mí mi wọ́n tẹ́tí písù mi wọ́n fẹ́ mọ lọ́rùn mi rárá every day fighting on the body, just to wonder, fuck their mother, Amy Messi, I know be loser. I'm back here on that logo, black water, Barcelona, body corner. I'm back here for Saba. I just stop smoking ganja. You people who are Goja, Black, Party, Zola, Morans, right now I'm going down. We see much for smoking. You fresh for smoking. More hero on the sights. The darkness and the light. We did for the tip on the body. Just to wonder, fuck the run. Amy Messi, I know the loser. I'm fucking on that door. That's the problem. Body corner. I'm fucking for Saba. I just stop smoking ganja. The people who
Thank you so much, guys. I love and appreciate you all. Good night.
Strait of Hormuz remains dynamic in terms of this conflict, then there continues to be an existential threat to GCC maritime security, to regional economic stability, to its ability to participate openly, the GCC's ability to participate openly in the international economy. And again, security. Paramount for this region is security stability to be able to conduct business and run their cities, bring people back, bring tourism back, reopen airspace. So what we are seeing now in the Strait of Hormuz is still a direct existential threat. Let's look at some of the details as to what exactly happened. One of the ships that was seized was coming from the port of Dammam in Saudi Arabia, according to the tracking information we have. It was on its way to Sri Lanka. Another one was coming from the port of Jebel Ali on its way to India. And a third vessel that we understand was targeted but crossed the Strait of Hormuz, currently appears to be in the Gulf of Oman. That was once again coming from Jebel Ali, headed to Saudi Arabia as well, to the port of Jeddah. So all of these ships, clearly container ships in this case, but we're talking oil and gas, we're talking cargo, really everything goes through the Strait of Hormuz. And for these regional countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, really every other GCC country, it is essential that there be free flow of maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, and that is exactly what we are seeing continuously being threatened by Iranian naval activities.
Donald Trump has accused China of secretly assisting Iran, and that's after US forces intercepted a ship carrying what he described as a gift from Beijing. China denies the accusations and insists it remains neutral, but the spat could strain ties ahead of Trump's planned visit. Katrina Yu reports for us from Beijing.
In one of the most serious accusations yet, President Donald Trump says the US intercepted a ship headed for Iran, carrying what he described as a gift from China. He didn't say what was on board, but told American media it was something not very nice.
I was a little surprised, but because I have a very good relationship, and I thought I had an understanding with President Xi, but that's all right. That's the way war goes, right?
China has denied the allegation.
To my knowledge,
This is a foreign-flagged container ship. China opposes any malicious links and hype. In recent days, Beijing has intensified diplomatic efforts to end the war, holding talks with leaders from the Middle East and Europe. It's criticized the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports, calling it a dangerous escalation. Before the conflict, about half of China's crude imports were shipped through the Strait of Hormuz, 13% from Iran. China was the biggest buyer of Iranian oil, and those supplies, up to 1.3 million barrels per day, are now disrupted. That stake has raised questions, particularly in the US, about how neutral Beijing really is. In a social media post, former US Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, said the seized ship was linked to chemical shipments for missiles, and went on another reminder that China is helping prop up Iran's regime. China's embassy in Washington rejected the accusation, saying it handles military exports prudently and strictly controls dual-use goods. Chinese officials have been pushing for peace talks and say they support Pakistan's mediation efforts, but they've also been careful to downplay their influence over Iran, saying China is not party to this conflict. Trump's comments about the so-called gift cast a shadow over his planned visit here next month, complicating efforts to stabilize a volatile relationship. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Beijing.
In Islamabad, security has been heightened following Pakistan's efforts to bring the US and Iran to the negotiating table. Al Jazeera's White House correspondent Kimberly Halkett reports.
This is typically one of the busiest markets in Islamabad, but right now it is far from busy. In fact, 90% of the customers aren't here. That's because of the high security protocols that are taking place as a result of Pakistan's effort to bring the United States and Iran into direct talks. These shopkeepers are required to shut down early, but they also have a problem with customers. The customers can't get here because of public transportation essentially shut down. We can see, or usually the space is overcrowded in the weekdays and even on the weekends, but you can see how quiet it is. So it's been a lockdown going on back and forth, since the talk started.
All roads have been shut for these talks. Business is almost at a standstill, and we are worried about sustainability.
Government offices where people might want to do business, including the high courts, not open right now. And that is coming at a tremendous economic cost to the city of Islamabad. We also know that industry is paying a high price. The top oil refinery here in Islamabad, shut down, no longer able to produce because the oil tankers and the trucks needed to get back and forth are not able to operate. So all of this is coming at an enormous price for ordinary people living in Islamabad as Pakistan plays a major diplomatic role in trying to resolve the conflict between the United States and Iran. Al Jazeera, Islamabad.
Israeli attacks in southern Lebanon have killed 2 people and wounded 2 journalists in the town of OL3. The Israeli army surrounded local journalists Amal Khalil, seen in this photo here, and Zainab Faraj after their vehicle was struck. Witnesses said the army prevented the Red Cross and the Lebanese army from reaching them. Heidi Pat reports from Tyre in southern Lebanon.
What we know is that there was an Israeli strike on a vehicle in the town of Atiri at about 2 o'clock local time this afternoon. Now, 2 civilians were reportedly killed in that strike. Then 2 local journalists from the Al Akhbar newspaper here in Lebanon went to the scene to do their jobs, to do their reporting. Their names are Amal Khalil and Zainab Faraj. Now, they were reportedly hit by another Israeli airstrike that targeted that location, and they were pinned down for more than an hour. They were not able to leave, and rescue teams were not able to reach them for several hours due to the continued Israeli strikes or the threat of them. Now, after some time, a team from the Lebanese Red Cross was able to get to the location. They evacuated Zainab. They brought her to hospital along with the bodies of the 2 civilians who were killed in the earlier strike. During that transportation, that ambulance actually came under fire. It is riddled with bullets. Now, Zainab, once she was brought to the hospital, she was in a serious condition. She has undergone surgery and is reportedly now stable. But the search is ongoing for her colleague, who is apparently still under the rubble. So for several hours, rescue teams were once again prevented from reaching her location. They were well into the evening able to reach that location. There is equipment there. They are digging through the rubble. They have located the building where they believe her to be, but there is no sign of her just yet. The Israeli military, 4 hours after that strike, issued a statement saying that they were not preventing rescue teams from going to the location and that they do not target journalists. Last month, 3 Lebanese journalists were killed in a double-tap attack on their vehicle. That is a strike hit, a second one hit, and then a third one targeted rescue workers. The total number of journalists who have been killed by Israeli airstrikes so far in this war is now 4 and nearly 100 medics. Heidi Pett, Tyre, South Lebanon.
Lebanon's Speaker of Parliament, Nabih Berri, has condemned Israel's ongoing occupation of Lebanese land, also rejecting the so-called Israeli Yellow Line, which outlines a buffer zone in the south. It's raised fears that Israel is preparing for a long-term occupation similar to what the Armenians
only sound we hear is the buzz of an Israeli drone. The streets are empty. There's still a sense of insecurity. A temporary ceasefire came into force last week after 46 days of conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. But there have been multiple violations.
We are in Faroum, and it is among the villages that lie just north of the so-called Yellow Line that the Israeli military imposed. It is calling it a new security border.
The Israeli military's map shows a zone several kilometers deep into Lebanon, from which it says it wants free of Hezbollah and weapons.
We can't drive any further. It's dangerous because according to that map, beyond this point falls within the Yellow Line zone. Israeli troops are a few kilometers from here, mainly in border villages. Israel asserts their villages. Israel asserts control by fire.
This is different to during Israel's 18-year occupation of southern Lebanon that ended in 2000. Then, the Israeli army had positions and carried out patrols with local allies, and people lived there. Now, Israel is leveling villages where Shia Muslims live and is not allowing anyone back, declaring at least 50 towns no-go zones. For the Israeli army, it may be the only way to hold ground. Because during weeks of fighting, Hezbollah prevented invading